We have some more inputs coming in related to our top stories. Prime Minister Modi has put out a post on X and has said that he's had a good conversation with President Lula of Brazil. He's thanked President Lula for making his visit to Brazil memorable and meaningful. The PM added that both the leaders are committed to deepening strategic partnership, including in trade, energy, tech, defense, health and more. A strong people-centric partnership between the global South nations benefits everyone. That's what Prime Minister Modi has put out. We have with us my colleague Jessica Taneja on this. Jessica, tell us more about what sort of tone and tenor did this entire conversation have, and what was the substance?
Well, the details provided in the Prime Minister's tweet, of course, indicates that the conversation with the Brazilian President Lula da Silva were fruitful to the extent that both do share a strategic partnership. You'd recall in the last few months, Prime Minister had also visited Brazil for the G20 summit, and there have been engagements with Brazil now and then, even within the framework, apart from the G20 framework. And given the current geo-economic order, this conversation was expected either now or as India hosts the next big summit in the coming year. So there is a lot, of course, to discuss between the two leaders. But given the kind of uncertainties, especially when it comes to other factors that have included in terms of trade and investments and tariffs, this conversation seemed to have also indicated that, yes, the two countries will continue to trade together and will have their own sort of resumption of ties or their bilateral trade as it continues without any further external shocks.
Right. And did the issue of these reciprocal tariffs and, of course, the secondary tariff in India, did that come up at all in the conversation? Because there was an indication that these issues might be taken up by either of the leaders. President Lula has spoken openly about it.
Well, certainly he has spoken openly about it, but from what we are given to understand right now, details of that have not been made public, or we haven't been made aware of whether this conversation about tariff and secondary tariff imposition, since both Brazil and India face a steep 50% tariff. For India, that will be from the 27th of August. For now, it remains 25%, but both are facing similar tariff, conundrums from the United States at this point. But it is not clear whether this was particularly discussed or not, but the conversation did sort of focus on the current relationship, which is a strategic relationship, and the bilateral trade that the two have had in the recent past, and how to have further momentum gained in that, which is where the conversation was, this time at least, limited to Gotham.
All right. Let's leave it at that at the moment. Jessica Taneja, thank you.